What's up, everyone? This is the Pat and Bill Show brought to you by KTD. I'm Bill Whyte. With me, as always, is Pat Eby. What's up, Pat?
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Fabulous.
Good, good. You ready to talk a little bit about these off-season happenings going around the league?
Yes, sir.
We got some headlines, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we can just get right into things if you want to,
Yeah, fire away.
Let's fire away here. All right, Pat. So, why on earth did the Pittsburgh Steelers sign Mitchell Trubisky?
Because they currently have no good quarterbacks on their roster. The big thing, too, is he was with Brian Daboll. That's how you say his name.
Who?
The offensive coordinator from Buffalo. That's now the coach.
Oh, Daboll.
Yeah, him.
Okay, yeah.
Well, actually, from the East Coast, we'll talk a little different. But I mean, dude, he was behind, Josh Allen, and then had a good coach like that got Josh Allen to make big leaps in his career and being a Pro Bowl quarterback. And I think the Steelers want to test the waters, and they're not spending a $1 billion on the guy. 2 years, roughly 14. Like, take a flyer on him. He's still I think 27. He did Chicago. Season 1? They won 12 games, playoffs. Matt Nagy's first year. So I think when you compare him to Dwayne Haskins and Mason Rudolph, I mean, can't get much worse than that. I mean,
do you think that they should have gone after a bigger name though, like Carson Wentz? Well, I mean, he stinks, but Russell Wilson moved. I mean, Watson's still available.
I don't think Russell Wilson was ever an option. Deshaun Watson, got to tread lightly because of his current situation. You got to look outside of
he's good. He's clear.
Yeah, he's just no criminal charges, but that doesn't mean what happened, maybe happened, whatever. Who knows? Hypothetical, whatever.
I'm not here to get him into heaven or not. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? He can play, right?
But you still have to understand what you're saying about your franchise team. So again, I don't know.
They don't give They do not care. They don't care. Look who was just a quarterback. It was Ben Roethlisberger, who was going around raping people.
That's
what I mean? I'll say not really, but really though. You know what I mean? Fucked up.
I just don't think that I don't think they wanted a long-term commitment, and I also don't think they just wanted to spend a bunch of money to spend a bunch of money. Because any of the other quarterbacks, it was like Matt Ryan right now is out there, but it's does Pittsburgh see that plugged him in they would win? Probably not. So they're pass, stuff like that.
But they thought that with Trubisky though. Do you think that do you think that Trubisky just had the biggest ceiling? That's why that they went after him, because he didn't think that he reaches potential.
Yeah, I mean he got a couple season or two behind a Pro Bowl quarterback. He was in a winning environment, and maybe he did make some strides. Or maybe he is at least to compete for the starting role. But yeah, I think it was a low risk thing, because they could still draft, or they could draft one next year. I think it just is a safe play for them,
Yeah. So probably a bridge guy, but yeah. could become the guy if he's as good. I mean, he was the second, third pick in the draft?
Yeah. Yep. He was up there.
Years ago.
Yeah. And the other thing too is he's mobile. I mean, Big Ben could shed tackle. They also have a dude that's a dual threat, and Trubisky can help, with his legs. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can see, but they're not going to win anything this year. I mean, it's got to be just
is why invest a lot of money in someone when it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I guess, but you got to do something. I mean, you have Najee Harris. You don't want. I mean, he's a running back. You don't want to waste his years with fucking Mitchell Trubisky. You know what I mean? If he's still Mitchell Trubisky that we've seen, you gotta draft a guy like you're saying or something. You gotta do something there.
I think this is probably the weakest quarterback draft in a long time, and they allegedly, yeah.
I think it's gonna be not bad. I think the QBs in this draft are good. I think it's It's like the year. Remember the year? I forget what year it was, but it was like the worst like draft ever. Like Anthony Bennett went #1. Like
Yeah.
Giannis went in that draft. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be
Oh,
players here. Don't worry.
you never know, but there's just no like
There's no
sure thing.
surefire. There's no Trevor Lawrence in the draft. Is what? And yeah, I get what you're saying. There's not, but KTD is going to have a draft show coming up, so we're going to put together our first mock draft coming soon. So stay tuned for that.
Got it.
But yeah, but yeah. So I understand what you're saying about Trubisky. I guess it's just kind of a low risk, high reward kind of deal. I guess
Yeah,
it's
it's
cheap.
flyer on a dude that's not crazy expensive, and I bet you they have, things in his contract that like after year one, if they don't want him, take care, brush your hair. Yeah, you're out of here. So
Take care, brush your hair. You said it best. All right, so moving on from Trubisky, we'll move down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They signed Christian Kirk. Listen to this. Hopefully you sit. Yeah, I can see you're sitting down. 4 years, $72 million, 37 million guaranteed. Christian Kirk.
bananas.
Yeah.
I mean, all they're trying to do is just give Trevor Lawrence like a bunch of help and like weapons. That's like all they're looking to do big time.
Yeah, well, Chark's gone. They didn't re-sign him. He went to Detroit.
Yeah. I think it's just,
like who was their weapons there? James Robinson, I know, but like and excuse me, let's not forget they're gonna get Travis Etienne back next year.
yep. Yeah,
He's nasty.
No, I mean I think that's what it is yeah, Shark's gone and like they just have to they're trying to put weapons around him ASAP. I mean Kirk is like it seems like he's getting paid like a #1, but he's more of like a #2 slot, whatever. But I mean, again, they're just trying to do the most they can do for Trevor Lawrence, like now. And
You could have done better. You could have done better. You could have brought James Robinson. I'm not James Robinson. I'm sorry. What am I? Allen Robinson. Should have brought him back.
Yeah.
Still can, but you spent all your money. You paid everybody.
Yeah, Christian Kirk's a little younger. No major injury history. So I think I don't know. Yeah. But
I mean, it's not like he blew like last year, right? So I'm looking at the stats here. You can still see me, right?
Yep.
So he had 103 targets, 77 receptions. That's not bad. 982 yards, almost 1,000 yards to you. Like that's a decent year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's just so much money to pay the guy though. That's like one of those. It's like a Nicholas Batum deal, dude. It's just like because you have the money doesn't mean you spend the money. You know?
He was healthy, so that was a plus. And then what's his name was injured. #1 receiver.
Mariska Chenault? Or no, you're talking about DJ Chark last year?
Oh, Cardinals #1 receiver.
Oh, Cardinal. Oh, Hopkins.
Thank you. DeAndre Hopkins injured, so targets, all this other stuff. So I mean, there's just like I think he was like the beneficiary of Hopkins being out, and that Rondell kind of feel out his role.
Yeah, but then like Rondell Moore, is that his name? Rondell Moore? He was better than him. AJ Green was better than him. And then Hopkins was hurt. You know what I mean? Like he was like the 4th receiver on the damn team. And then Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Like he's the 5th option on the team.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
and if you don't count James Conner, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, like Arizona didn't even want him anymore. Nobody was gonna pay him that much. Jacksonville's stupid for doing that.
A lot of money quick. So we'll see.
We will see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, we can move on from there. We can move into the Los Angeles Chargers. They signed J.C. Jackson, former Patriot cornerback, to a 5-year, $82.5 million contract, $40 million guarantee.
When now?
That's gotta be that. I mean, and you have, I guess, I was just saying, just because you have money, you spend it, but blah, blah. The Chargers are better than the Jaguars. So the Chargers could spend a little bit more to
Yeah,
get, you know what I mean, the
yeah,
guy to solidify that.
dude. I mean that defense now. Him. I think we're going to talk about Khalil Mack shortly.
Yep.
Khalil Mack. They already have Bosa. They already have Derwin James. Like that's an awesome defense. And you already know what they re-signed Mike Williams, so it's like offense was already set, ready to rock. It was they needed that defense, that pass rusher, shutdown corner. They've got it. Money wise, I mean, he was going to get competitive offers to that from other teams. So the Chargers definitely had to splurge and spend that money to lock him in. So turnover machine, that'll be huge for them. And honestly, too, with the pressure that's going to be on the quarterback, I could see him having a lot of picks because there's going to probably be some bad throws coming out of that opposing backfield with Bosa and Mack in your face. So
yeah, it's gonna be scary, dude. The whole NFC West is like scary. Denver, I'm sorry, AFC West. Denver, Kansas City, then Oakland. Vegas. They're like the worst team, and they're like, all right, they made the playoffs last year.
And that's that was just another reason too, is they saw what was now coming to their division, like outside of Kansas City with like Russell Wilson and all that stuff, and how well the Raiders did. And it's just like, if we're going to compete and even like win or get a wild card spot, like we're going to have to be better than last year. So we have to, lock in some guys on defense.
Definitely. We're gonna end up here. Yeah. Where'd you go? Oh, Jesus.
Back. Had to
You
look
got
at
your
dog.
piece?
Oh, no. Well, yeah, but I was letting the dog.
You were what? Letting the dog out?
Yeah.
Is that what you call shooting somebody?
No. But yeah, I mean, dude was going to get paid 100%. There's some other cornerbacks that got some dough, but yeah, turnover machine again. I mean, you got to think there's going to be some poorly thrown balls with dudes being pressured. So what better guy to have back there to pick them things off? So
Belichick said he's the best at picking up the loose, whatever he said. He's there to get the leftovers, basically. He said something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's in the right place at the right time. I'm a Patriots fan. I've watched him for years. You know what I mean? His whole career. And dude's been good since day one. You know what I mean? So it stinks to pay, but hopefully the Patriots got something up their sleeve because that's a major, major hole for the Patriots losing J.C. Jackson.
Right.
You know? But yeah, moving along here. So we got, speaking of those Los Angeles Chargers, so we talked about before, Khalil Mack traded from the Chicago Bears back to the state of California, where it all began. So the Chargers, they traded the Bears a 2nd-round pick and a 6th-round pick for Khalil Mack.
Bears will take it.
Yeah. I mean, he was good. He got hurt last year, but he still, what do you have, like, I don't have his numbers right here, but he had like 6 sacks in 6 games or something.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's an animal. The thing is, the Bears' new GM knows who they are, where they're at, and like, it's why keep him if you're not, again, competing for a championship. He's 31. You can get something back. So that's all they're looking to do and get rid of the contract. So they succeeded. Like, throwing shade because they traded a couple first rounders to get him. But again, like, he was 27 at the time. Like, you know, he was like probably the best defensive player in the league at the time. So it's like, what he like, still Pro Bowl material, but he is 4 years older, coming off an injury. You guys are not competing for anything. You need draft picks and cap space to build around Justin Fields. So I think they did the right thing.
They did. Yeah, exactly. They did. But Khalil Mack, I just saw it. It's 6 sacks in 7 games last year.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's really good. No, dude's a mom. I just think the new GM just knows who they are, where they're at, and like, he's not gonna like keep dudes and pay dudes, if they're not there yet. So, I mean, they have it's going to be 120 million plus in cap space next year. The Bears, they'll spend next year, and get in some players. So, yeah, I think it was good. And then again, for the Chargers, fantastic. Like we were saying for JC Jackson, I mean, he's going to have some pop-ups, to just snag and take the other way because backfield putting pressure on dudes and they're just going to make bad decisions in fourth row. I think the Chargers are about to, I think be much more competitive. I mean, they already were, but I mean, AFC Championship. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're another team. The AFC is stacked, especially their division. We talked about before their division with Denver getting Russell Wilson. What's his name? The dude from Dallas, Gregory. They got Gregory from. They're just, you know what I mean. The Kansas City's always good. They Patrick Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes isn't allowed the games this year, so Patrick Mahomes is gonna probably win the MVP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot to get through, but I mean, the Chargers are definitely in the mix.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So as you know, Tom Brady came back.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Very season ticket holder.
Yep, my tickets are definitely going to be worth it. Excited. Tom Brady reached out to Russell Gage, got him to sign. That's huge.
Yep, that's huge.
I mean, he's no Antonio Brown, but he's still legit, and he'll be a legit slot guy. So that's awesome. I think it's probably safe to assume that Gronk's going to re-sign. And they re-signed Jensen. So I think they only lost a defensive back so far. So I think it's going to be much the same roster back next year. So
yeah, and they got Shaq Mason from the Patriots.
Yeah,
offensive line.
They had a lineman retire, and then one I think signed with somebody else, and so Shaq Mason. Yeah, dude, no, I'm excited. I mean, they're definitely right back in it, and I like the Russell. That was huge.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think the Buccaneers are gonna win it all this year? Are you putting money on that? You gonna drive down to Branson, Missouri, and put some money on fucking the Bucks?
I don't know. I think again they're always with Tom. Always, that can happen. But I definitely see again playoffs, maybe NFC Championship game. I could see him being there.
Yeah,
the mix.
Yeah. You can never count out Brady. Doesn't matter how old he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been a Patriots fan my whole life. Before Brady, back in the Bledsoe days, it was terrible. But I know when Bledsoe was down and you were like, all right, you can count the Patriots out, you could, because they were not coming back. You know what I mean? Brady, you could never count out, as you know. We've seen watch the Super Bowl, anything else. But always put your money on Brady and you're probably going to make some money.
Correct.
And
same as his rookie card. Can't believe we don't have any rookie cards.
Dude, I saw it. Remember I sent you a picture of one in the fucking frame for everyone at home here. Hopefully no one's a robber at the Charlie Horse in Kingston. There's a thing on the wall. It's a field, a picture of the field, the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl Patriots one. And they have cards at the bottom, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Grant Wistrom. And then on the other side, they have Tom Brady's rookie card. And then they got Ty Law and Teddy Bruschi or something. You know what I mean? I was sitting at the table. I was lost my mind. Brady's rookie card right here in the wall. You know what I mean?
Dude, I was like, man, I guess we didn't go to Tom Brady's last football game. We at first were man, we went to his last game ever. That's awesome. And then just we didn't go to his last game ever. So
I wonder what's gonna happen. You see that guy bought his last last touchdown pass for some absurd amount of money, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Do you think the guy's still gonna pay for it?
I 100% bet Tom Brady would compensate the guy or something. You know what I mean?
Think so? I don't know. What's that got to do with him?
He's that, he'd be dude, my bad. Here you go. Here's some dough. So
We'll see. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. But I'd be pissed though. Imagine paying for that, being like, yes, this is my fucking, I got it. And then like it was like the same day. You fucking say came back.
yeah, no, that's rough.
It was probably like his arch enemy. And like it was him and Brady trying to get that football. You know what I mean? And the guy won it instead of Brady. And Brady's like, all right, I'll just fucking kill the value of it. I'm coming back. It's not my last football. I take that dumb football. It's his A football.
I back for
A million of those things.
That's funny. Yeah. It was done.
So that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's all we got for this episode of the Pat and Bill show. That's what we're calling this thing.
There it is.
Yeah.
The KT.
Yep.
Short
I
segment.
was thinking about calling it Where in the World is Pat Eby? Because I feel like you're gonna be at a lot of different locations.
One of two places for the most part. But yeah, now I gotta start going to, as you said, Derek Jeter's hometown occasionally. And then I'll be out there to see you guys. We could. Maybe you'll catch me in different places.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
Week
What do you say?
last week Florida, this week Indiana.
Yep, all over the map.
There you go.
Like Carmen San Diego. Can't catch them, you know what I mean?
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yep.
Yep. But thank you again for having me. We'll link up next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and make sure you check us out on ktdsports.com, and we're on Instagram, Facebook, and follow everything, like, subscribe. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's what the kids say. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the, you know what I mean? And then make sure you get all notifications. You don't want to miss this. You know what I mean? Get notifications. Yep, and tell all your friends and all their friends, everybody. Spread the word. The Pat and Bill show is one of the greatest shows on earth.
Ever.
Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time. Y'all be sweet. Peace. All right. Try it again. That was terrible.